Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Capps. He's got a first down past the 30. Room here to run. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw is Fields. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? A nice performance last week, recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Derrick Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Rolling to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. From the gun, Capps. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Fields. Dancing to his left. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Buying time to his left. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42. These two teams all tied after 1. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A give to Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. 1st down and much more for Henry. And finally down at the 9-yard line. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big game there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
McCann's kick up and good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
McCann's got it teed up. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down. Caps. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields now to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
This will go to Henry out wide. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 17-14. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Philadelphia. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense, two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
He's coming. Check in.
Now Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. On first down, Caps. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Off the play fake. Caps. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he's got some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A little bit of a break for the offense for that football going out of bounds. Remember, they haven't turned it over yet, Charles.
Yeah, and they've taken care of the ball so well, they had to feel good about their chances and their opportunities. Remember the old adage, the team making the fewest mistakes will win? They almost cost themselves with that one.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground.
Touchdown! Kenneth Gainwell. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll run on first down. Henry. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And fights through one man. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Njoku. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Now a throw here, hold in, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. On the handoff, Gainwell. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Henry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Henry will take it in. Touchdown Bears. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for Philly. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Caps. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Caps. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Caps sliding out of the pocket. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am. And you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Elliott Good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw here to his running back. It's a room to maneuver. Touchdown, Bears! Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Capps. Eluding the pressure right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Off play action. Capps. He'll buy some time right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Looking to throw. Capps. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Back to throw. Capps. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play, because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. To throw on 3rd down. Capps.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 137 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Derrick Henry. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On second down, here's Henry. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is